All right, guys. I want to first start off by thanking you all for supporting my videos, liking the videos. We got so many views for the month of June and July videos. So you guys, I really appreciate that. And while I was just meditating and thinking, Spirit told me to go ahead and do second half of 2017 readings. So these readings will represent the energies in your environment, Scorpio, for the months of July through December. So this is the second half of 2017 reading, and I hope you guys like it. Now let me tell you this, guys. I don't read like anybody else. What I do is straight from Spirit. It's what I do. And so I did this reading for myself, and it turned out really good. So it's a 7-card reading, and I know this is only, like I said, this is for the last 6 months of 2017, the second half of 2017. But the reading that I do is a 7-card reading, and I clarify each of the 7 cards, and it gives us the basic energies coming in, what we can look to see, and it just gives us, you know, a little bit more insight and intuitive knowledge and wisdom, so that we can, you know, be ready for whatever situations come in. All right, okay, guys. This is the first recording I'm doing for these second half yearly readings. So we'll see how this works, which I know it's going to be good because Universe Spirit gave me the idea. I wasn't even thinking about doing this. I was thinking about second half of the mid-month for July. And Universe Spirit said, no, you know, why don't you go ahead and do second half of 2017. That's probably what the people want to see. So go ahead and give it to them. All right, so y'all, let's go ahead and get started. I've cleared these cards of any residual energies from previous readings, and we're about to go ahead and get into this. Let's see what the second half of 2017 has for you, Scorpio. Hopefully the first half of this year has been good to you and for you, and we're about to get into it. All right, Universe Spirit, please give us a message. Give us messages for the sign of Scorpio for the second half of 2017 from the months of July through December. Universe Spirit, only the highest energies of love, light, and truth come through these cards for the sign of Scorpio for the months of July 2017 through December 2017. Universe Spirit, give us a relevant message for the sign of Scorpio for the months of July 2017 through December 2017. All energies of love, light, and truth. Only the energies of love, light, and truth come through these cards, Creator. Universe Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio for the months of July 2017 through December 2017? Universe Spirit, what messages do you have? Oh, let me shift this down so you guys can actually see what's going on. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm so used to already having my camera set, and I did it a little different. I want to do a little introduction where you actually saw me speaking to you on these yearly videos. But let's go. We're finna get into it. All right. Universe Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio? What do you want to communicate to the sign of Scorpio for the last half of the year from July 2017 through December 2017? What messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio? What energies will be around the sign of Scorpio for the second half of 2017, Creator? Only the highest energies of love, light, and truth come through this video. Give us a relevant message for the sign of Scorpio, Creator. What messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio, Creator, for the second half of 2017, for the months of July 2017 through December? What do you want to communicate with the Scorpion? What should they focus on for the final 6 months of 2017? What energies will be around the Scorpion? What messages, Creator? Only the highest energies of love, light, and truth come through these cards. Creator, Universe, Spirit, only the highest energies of love, light, and truth come through these cards. What messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio for the last 6 months of 2017, Creator? What do you want to communicate with the Scorpion? What messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio, Creator? What should they focus on this final half of 2017? What message? Oh, that was... Oh, good. Okay, we got 2. I said I was going to do 7, y'all. See how Universe Spirit does? It does. It moves exactly how it wants to. So yours is going to be a little different, Scorpio. Like I said, normally this would be a 7-card reading, but 2 came out and I got to accept it. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, let me see if I can get everything in this frame. Okay, there we go. All right, Scorpio. Let's look at these cards. And I do not read reversals. I don't need, and like I said, every reader is different. But for me, I don't need to read reversals to get a lower energy vibe. The cards that come through let me know, you know, what the meaning should be. All right. Okay, guys. All right. So, Scorpio. First card you got is the Ace of Swords. All right. This is a reading, you guys, like I said, for the last half of 2017. All right. This is normally this would be a 7-card reading, but Universe Spirit gave Scorpion a extra card. So first we start off with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords speaks of victory after battle. It speaks of, it's a public display of your victory also. All right. So this Ace of Swords talks about victory, and all aces are a new beginning. So after the victory from being in battle, now it's time to move on to a new beginning. So that's the blessed thing about ace cards. It starts anew. All right. Oh, you know what, Scorpio? You don't have not one major arcana. All right, let's keep going. Next, you have the Knight of Pentacles, Scorpio. The Knight of Pentacles speaks about, this is good news in regards to money. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. As you can see, he's riding on the back of a turtle. And we know that a turtle is always moves slow. But the one good thing about this Knight of Pentacles, it's sheer energy. So it means all the T's have been crossed, all the I's have been dotted. So once you do get this good news, once that approval does come in, it's very good. It's not shaky. It's not, you know, it's good. All right. Next card you have, Scorpio, is the Seven of Wands. Well, I tell you what, us Scorpios, it feel like we constantly battling something or somebody. They just don't want to leave us alone. They don't want us to win. Okay, guys, this is the Seven of Wands. This is having to defend yourself, and you have a higher ground. So you know how we are. We're the Scorpion. Now we're not gonna usually, if we're balanced, we're not going to start anything, but we sure will finish it. If you started with us, if you bring it to us, we surely will finish it. Now, we're not going to start it, but we'll finish it. So this Seven of Wands, that's what it speaks of. You're defending yourself. You know, there may be somebody coming at you. As you can see, this Seven of Wands, the wand energy is fire energy. So that could be a Sagittarius. The fire signs are Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. They're coming at us. And you got a lot of fire energy in this reading, Scorpio. In the middle of the reading, you got the King of Wands. Who is this? Scorpio. The attributes of this king, he's assertive, passionate. He moves quickly. He has wisdom. He's ambitious. All right. Next, you have the Six of Wands. Ooh, you know what, Scorpio? This is the second victory card, because remember, I already talked about the Ace of Swords. That was a victory. Now you have the Six of Wands. This speaks to victory after the battle. Yeah, this is excellent. So for the last 6 months of 2017, Scorpio, you're going to have some major victories. They may have been slow in coming, like this Knight of Pentacles. But honey, you got some major victories 2 times over. That's what these cards are saying. You got major victories in this last 6 months. And I don't know who this King of Wands is, but you know what? Remember I said right here with this Seven of Wands that you're defending yourself from a fire sign? This King of Wands is a fire sign. Is that who you defending yourself from? Is that who you have the upper ground with? You're on a higher ground and you're having to defend. You're feeling like you have to defend yourself. Well, if that's the case, I feel for him. Honey, I feel sorry for this King of Wands, because you got victory with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands. Honey, that says victory, abundance, blessing, success, new beginning. So, he caught you on a bad day. It's a bad day for him. If this King of Wands was coming at you. Yes, because you're victorious. Next, you have this Four of Cups. This Four of Cups can speak to boredom. And you know what? That makes sense, because remember I talked about this Knight of Pentacles, where it's slow moving energy. And you know how it is when you're waiting for something, it seems to take forever. So that's just what this Four of Cups is saying. As you're waiting, it may feel like it's taking forever, and you may get a little bored, a little frustrated, start thinking back to the past. But you know what? If you be patient, this is what the universe has for you the last 6 months of the year. You got victory in regards to, this could be in regards to work. This could be in regards to school. This could be in regards to a new business. Because remember I talked about this Ace of Swords. This is a new beginning. This is victory and a new beginning. Same for this Six of Wands. This is assertive energy. Yeah, it's victorious, but it's in an area like your work, business deals. Honey, you're making it happen. You're being victorious. You're moving forward in a positive direction. That's what this energy is saying. And then your last 2 cards, remember guys, these 2 came out together. This was only supposed to be a 7-card reading, but these 2 came out together. You got the Two of Cups. And you got the Three of Pentacles. Okay? The Two of Cups speaks of love, union, passion. Some people say this is soulmate energy. 2 becoming 1. Could be. Uh-oh, now. Wait a minute, Scorpio. And then, wait a minute now. Then you got the Three of Pentacles. This Three of Pentacles speaks of teamwork too. It's a coming together card. So hold up now. You only... Scorpio. Okay, I can see... Alright. Okay, you know what? We're going to clarify. Remember, that's what I said. This is a 7-card reading, okay? It's 8. Because you know we Scorpios, we special. So we get an extra card. But anywho, we're going to clarify. Because I'm getting a vibe from this, and I don't want to say anything until I'm going to let Spirit direct me. And direct us and let me know what to tell you all. So let's clarify. All right. We're going to clarify these 7 cards. Universe Spirit, could you give me a card to clarify this Ace of Swords? All right, Lord. All right, guys. Y'all saw what fell out. This is the Emperor card. And it's clarifying this Ace of Swords, which speaks of victory after battle. And you got the Strength card. Okay, you know the Emperor card is father in energy. He's the father, the protector, the provider. Yeah. Okay. Next, we have the Strength card. This speaks of using strategy to get what you want, managing your emotions. All right. So I'm going to keep going. All right, so that clarified that Ace of Swords. Creator, could you give us a card to clarify this Knight of Pentacles? Universe Spirit, could you give us a card to clarify this Knight of Pentacles? Creator, Universe Spirit, could you give us a card to clarify this Knight of Pentacles? That one looked like it wanted to come out. So in addition to this Knight of Pentacles, to clarify that, you got the 6 of Pentacles. This 6 of Pentacles talks about a return on investment. And see, that's what I said. You're waiting. Remember I said that about this Knight of Pentacles? You're waiting. And this is slow energy and you're having to wait on it. But it's certain energy. You've crossed all the I's, dotted all, crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. And that's the same with this 6 of Pentacles. It's talking about a return on investment. You're having to, and as we know, when you have a return on investment, it's not instantaneous. You have to wait on it to grow and culminate. And then when it's time to harvest it, to cash in, you have a larger amount. You have a sizable amount. You have more than what you started with. And that's what that Knight of Pentacles talked about too. It's slow energy. It takes time. You have to be patient. But the return on your investment will be well worth the wait, Scorpio. So whatever you're investing, your time, your money, your efforts in for the last 6 months of 2017, just be patient. Because it's going to come through. And it's going to be better than what you started with. It's going to be more than what you started with. So use your emotions. Manage those emotions. Don't get impatient. And do something that may sabotage, you know, all the seeds you planted and all the work you've done. Be patient. Because you got protection. Whether this is a father who has crossed over to the other side, an ancestor who's over there rooting for you, guiding you, directing you, making sure you're protected, looking out for you. Some people call them angels, others call them ancestors, whatever. It's the same spirit we're talking about. You got protection. So manage those emotions because you will be victorious, Scorpio. You got victory, but you got to be patient. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Creator, Universe Spirit, could you clarify this 7 of Wands? Could you give us a card to clarify this 7 of Wands? Creator, could you clarify this 7 of Wands? Give us a message. Okay, there we go. 7 of Wands. Look at this. Look at this. So remember I talked about this 7 of Wands having to defend yourself from a fire sign. Look what the universe did. The Tower. Honey, you ain't got to worry. Like I tell people that's close to me, as long as you keep your karma good, universe gonna take care of the rest. What the universe come in and do? Sudden positive change, sudden change. The tearing down of anything that wasn't built on a solid foundation. That's what the Tower is, honey. you just keep doing the right thing. Defend yourself when you need to. When people cross boundaries, defend yourself. But you ain't got to get back at them, because the universe gonna come in and shake up everything and remove anything that does not serve you, that was not built on a solid foundation, and move you right on forward to bigger and better. Yes, Scorpio. This reading is excellent for the next 6 months for you, because this speaks of victory, sudden change that's for your good, because the Tower tears down anything that isn't for your highest good. Yes. And then you got a return on investment. Whatever you're investing in or have invested in, you got a return on your investment. You just got to be patient, because it's slow in coming, but it's coming, and it's solid when it gets here. So that means it's a good return. All right. Next, we're going to clarify. Let's clarify this King of Wands. Creator, could you clarify this King of Wands? Who is this person? Is this an energy that you want Scorpio to take on for the last 6 months of the year? Or is this a person? Could you give us a card to clarify this King of Wands, Creator? Give us a card to clear. All right. All right, look what we got. The Knight of Cups. Guys, and keep in mind, this King of Wands, remember I said wand energy is fire signs of Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. That does not have to be their sun sign. That could be their moon or ascendant or somewhere else in their chart, okay? But you saw the message came through, the Knight of Cups. That's a declaration of love, guys. That's a declaration of love. Somebody declaring they love you, Scorpio, the last 6 months of the year. Is it this King of Wands? Is it this King of Wands, Scorpio? Let's delve a little deeper. Because I show on this last row, I definitely, oh, I'm getting so country. I'm definitely feeling the love vibes on this last row. All right, let's clarify the Six of Wands. Universe Spirit, could you give us a card to clarify this Six of Wands? What is the Six of Wands card about? Could you give us a card to clarify this Six of Wands? All right. So guys, this Six of Wands, remember I said this speaks of victory? Look. The Five of Swords. Having mixed feelings by going back and forth with people, arguing, chaos, drama, pettiness. You went on here and cut that right on out. Walked away from that. And got victory over it. So not only were you having to defend yourself because you were on a higher ground, the universe came in and shook up all that. All that chaos that you may have been dealing with in the past. With this Seven of Wands and this Five of Swords, what you got the major arcana that came in right on top of both of those, and toward those structures, relationships, jobs, remove those people from your life that were not for your highest and best good, and it's sudden change, so it may feel uneasy. Maybe that's what this mixed feeling is about. You may feel uneasy because of that, because it is sudden change, but it's for your good. Okay, so if you just remember that and stay grounded and stay focused on the positive, you got good things coming in. You got victory coming in. All right, Scorpio. So let's clarify these last two. Universe Spirit, could you give us a card? Oh. To clarify this Four of Wands. Universe Spirit, could you give us a card to clarify? Oh Lord, these cards are just I don't know about Universe Spirit, could you give us a card? Could you give us a card to clarify this Four of Cups, Creator? Could you give me a card to clarify this Four of Cups? Give us a card to clarify this Four of Cups. Only the highest energies of love, light, and truth. There we go. We got 2. All right, Scorpio. So to clarify, remember this 4 of Cups spoke of waiting. You know, you were waiting for or it spoke of being bored, but you know, we related it to while you're waiting for your return on investment. While you're waiting on that, it could be some boredom, some self-reflection, looking back in the past. But the universe is saying what came out to clarify that is the Queen of Cups. So you're showing up in your own reading, Scorpio, saying be strong. You're a Scorpion. You're a Scorpion. You're wise. You're intuitive. You're powerful. You're nurturing. You're beautiful. You delve deep in your emotions. So you know what? When you start feeling nostalgic and maybe getting a little down, it's okay to delve deep into them emotions. But you got to come up, and you got to come up out of that. This is the 4 of Swords. This 4 of Swords speaks of rest and recovery. So maybe that's what the universe is saying you need to do, Scorpio. When you're feeling this energy of the 4 of Cups, where you're feeling self-absorbed, bored, take that time to go within, Scorpio, and delve deep, like you know you could do. Rest, recover, meditate, pray, manifest. Okay? Delve deep into those emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. Because what Scorpions do, they delve deep. But they rise. Like they say, they rise like phoenix, honey. They come up out of them ashes. And they come out of those ashes and water, which is the emotions. They come out stronger, better, more grounded, and more blessed. So it's okay to do that this last 6 months of the year. While you're waiting, take some time to rest, recover, and rejuvenate, and heal what needs to be healed. All right, guys, this is the last card now. We're going to clarify. This is the 2 of Cups we're clarifying. Creator, Universe, Spirit, could you clarify this 2 of Cups card? Could you give us some card to clarify so we can get a more precise message coming straight from you, Creator, Universe, Spirit? Only the highest energies of love, light, and truth come through these cards. Ooh, all right now. So to clarify these 2 of Cups, which talks of love and union, Scorpio, you got the 6 of Swords. It's time for a change. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. And you know what? In addition to this, what also came out with this 2 of Cups, remember guys, was the 3 of Pentacles, which talked about partnership, going to another level. And that's what this is talking about. This 6 of Swords, going to a new level. It's time for change. It's time to move on. And see, that reiterates this Ace of Swords. Remember I said new beginnings, guys? Because you cut off and walked away from all that arguing and bickering and going back and forth and having mixed feelings about this, that, and the other. Because the universe came in and tore down some things, tore down some relationships. But that's okay. Because you know what? You got declarations of love coming in from this Knight of Cups. Could be a new love. Could be taking your relationship to a new level. Maybe that's what it's talking about. Could be talking about taking your relationship to a new level, Scorpio. Because you do have the 2 of Cups, which talks of union, love, partnership. Could be soulmate. So is that what you're doing? Is that the energy for the last 6 months of the year for you? One of the energies, one of the messages is taking your love relationships to a new level. It's time to move on. Time to take it up to a new level. And you'll have someone making a declaration of love. But the thing is, Scorpio, control those emotions. Because you know we dive deep now. We're deep with ours. But you got to control those emotions. And if you do that, then you also you're protected. with this Emperor card. Could be your ancestors, like I said, your angels. They're looking out for you, the universe in general, providing for you, protecting you. All right? All right, guys. That's the energy for the next 6 months for 2017. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. All right, thank you for checking out Scorp Tarot, but that's the energy that we get. To summarize, you got new beginnings, Scorpio, and it could be in love. It could be in love because you got the Two of Cups. And what the energy is saying is it's time to move on or take something to another level, higher level with this Three of Pentacles. Time to step it up, okay? And in those times that you're waiting for your return on investment, Scorpio, it's okay to dive deep, to meditate, rest, recover, and you can rejuvenate while you're waiting. But you got victory. You got victory, Scorpio, for the next 6 months from July 2017 through December 2017. That's the message Universe Spirit wants you to walk away from this reading with. And you may have some things that have to fall away. You know how it is. When we go to another level, everybody can't go with us. Some can and some can't. Some relationships have to end. Some situations have to end. And that's what the Universe Spirit is coming to do, is tearing down some things that weren't built on a solid foundation. All right? But you got victory in the end. So the universe and destiny is moving you towards a path that's more conducive and meant for your good, for your highest good. So you got victory, Scorpio. Good job. You guys stay inspired. Continue with your positive affirmations. Enjoy the last 6 months of the year. But you got victory. All right, guys. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video on Scorp Tarot. Thank you guys for watching. If this message resonated with you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you do, thank you. If you've already done that, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of this month of July and be prosperous for the remainder of this year. All right, guys. Namaste.